Hello, everyone, and welcome to Deaf Mute Studio. This is the Memo by Deaf podcast, and I am joined by Jordan Doyle, and we are going to be talking about the Scream 5 trailer. First of all, Jordan, hello.
Hello, Daniel. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Yourself?
I'm all right. It's Friday night. Been a long day, so running on empty. I'll do my best for you.
I always appreciate your best.
At least someone does.
You're that kind of guy. So yeah, the new trailer, the first trailer for Scream 5 came out a couple of days ago now, and we've all seen it. I just wanted to get your thoughts on it. What did you think of the trailer, first of all?
First reaction was underwhelmed. I think I was always going to be underwhelmed, though, to be honest with you. It's been diminishing returns, hasn't it, since the second one. I like the second one. It just seems to me like they're, maybe not purposely, but it just seems like they're doing the fourth one again because maybe they're going to correct what they should have done in the fourth film in this fifth one. Just seems like a bit of a random. I'm trying to work out if is it an anniversary year? Is it like 25 years?
I'm not too sure. I didn't look into it. But
I think it's 25 years since the first one.
It kind of makes sense because 25 plus 25 is 50. And that's
number one.
And that and that's exactly the age of Courtney Love's Botox.
Yeah, it's grim. It's not good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I agree with you with the trailer. I was completely underwhelmed. I strangely had high hopes for this. I thought they'd try and make it at least interesting, but it just seemed like yet another Scream film, and I was like,
yes.
Oh wow, well, you've really blown my socks off there, whoever made the trailer. And I can't shake the feeling that it's just going with the trend of Hollywood now, where it's just rebooting or as you alluded to just then, like kind of retconning old IPs. And the best way Hollywood knows how to do that is to remember this. Oh, remember Sidney Prescott? Well, she's back. Remember Courtney Love? She's back too. Oh, is that David Arquette? He's back.
Well, they haven't got much. They haven't got much left to bring back, and I think, although I didn't watch a lot of it, I watched some of it and wasn't into it. I think the series gave it a bit of a sort of made it popular again. I don't know if it made it popular again, but it's certainly like got maybe a slightly different generation into the Scream films, and I think since the series came out, they've tried to like. If it was, I don't know if was the series successful. I don't know.
For me, it wasn't. I watched the first season of it, and honestly, I can't remember a thing about it.
Yeah, me neither. I just feel like they're gonna. It's hard to. I mean, Gareth Gibson, who was a guest on one of your shows previously, will probably have a better idea of this than me. But
he's a guest in life.
Yeah, he's a guest of my life and all. Yeah. It's what can you do with a slasher film anymore? Do you know what I mean? What else is there how it's going to take something special to sort of reinvigorate the genre of slasher films. It's the same thing over and over.
I completely agree, and I think the reason why the first Scream was so incredible because it was highlighting the codes and conventions of slasher films, but not that many. Like he says, slasher films haven't really been that big of a thing lately. It's all paranormal horror.
Yeah.
So what can this new Scream film say about the slasher genre that it hasn't already said 4 times over, or 6, 7, including the TV series?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's going to be the issue. I think all they can do now, it seems to me, is, and well, what they should do anyway, but they're going to have to kill off main players, and there's only 3 main players left. There's a couple of people from the 4th one back in this one, Like, I think there's a police woman in it.
Oh,
She was in the last one as well. She's in this one. But I don't see how, like, there's going to be a lot of fan service in this one, but which is, I can't understand. That's obviously a negative to a point. I can't see how they're not going to kill at least one of the three. But at the same time, it's going to be quite predictable. And I don't care about any of the new people in it. Don't know who they are. Didn't care about the last people in the last one either. I just don't see. I think it seems to me like they're setting up for a universe, whatever you want to call it, spin-off.
Yeah, I can see a passing of the torch scenario going on.
That's what I didn't like about the trailer, to be honest with you. There's a bit in the trailer where Sidney Prescott's having a conversation with a young girl who's like meant to be the next Sidney Prescott. And she's like, this is your life now. You know, it's going to be someone from your family or someone close to you is going to be the killer. And I think, why is it? Why is it going to be someone close to you? Why could it not be just some random fucking, I don't know, some weirdo from down, you know, from out of town, just some random killer? Why has it got to be like it's playing into the tropes of all the other Scream films, but it's like, well, and that's not real. It's not plausible. That's maybe the wrong word I'm using, but
I mean, yeah, I completely. I'm hoping this trailer's at a big red. They've got the red herring out early doors, and we've all thought, oh well, it's going to be one of the main cast in it. But what if it? I'm hoping it just flips it all on its head, and kind of goes against itself on what the Scream series has been, and just gone. Yeah. No, random or what I put in the in our group chat. I'm hoping that instead of one killer or two killer or three killer, I'm hoping like there's a town there. The town has just turned into a complete cult just for something different,
like Hot Fuzz.
Yes,
because they've all got the same costumes on, sort of
crusty jugglers.
Yeah, they're gonna have the only way it can sort of. For me anyway, the only way it can pay off, and I'll accept it, is if they do something radical like that, like it is something over the top. Or you also said the other day, what if like Stu from the first one's actually alive and he's the killer? Like I wouldn't be able to buy like Sidney Prescott's not going to be the killer, obviously. Maybe Courtney Cox, maybe. I doubt it.
Or Courtney Cox's plastic surgeon.
Now that is a slasher film, I'd want to say. It won't be David Arquette because I think you've seen him already in the trailer fighting with one. I think his time's up if I'm honest.
Yeah.
If I'm putting money on a death, it's definitely David Arquette. He's got away with it too many times. He should have been gone in the second one.
He's been stabbed so many times. He can't limp away that fast, can he?
His limp's gone. He doesn't even limp. This is what, like in the fourth one, he's got no limp. In the second one, he had a gammy hand, or the third one, he had a gammy hand. So yeah, both of them, and then that's just gone in the fourth one. Like all the nerve damage and all the stuff they were talking about in the first two films. He's back to being a police officer.
Stem cell.
Yeah, so I don't really know what they're gonna do with that. I do kind of like him. Like I like his character in the later ones. He's a bit more wiser, a bit more tougher. I don't mind. I prefer it to the. I don't even know what he was in the first two. The first one, he's just a bit of a meth, wasn't he? Like he's manned up a bit, if you can say that.
You can, yeah.
I prefer his character. I think he's a bit cooler than that. But for me, I think he's gonna go. I think. I'd be surprised if they all went. But the problem it's got going for it is I don't care about anyone else in it. And there's going to be loads of people dying and I'm just not going to be bothered.
I mean, to be honest, I think going off it, I think Dewey's the only one that I actually like. I mean, I couldn't give a toss about Sidney Prescott. She's they've just tried to make her the Jamie Lee Curtis of another slasher film, and it's not working. Courtney Cox is Gail Weathers. Nah, David Arquette seems to be the only one with a soul. The only one that was really, he was kind of like the audience anchor, weren't he?
Yeah, people do care about him. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think to kill him off would be like a good Drew Barrymore moment.
Oh, Al Drew. Yeah, imagine they did that. Maybe it was the opening scene. They took Arquette out. Because that they ran after the third one, they ran out of good twists. Like the third one was good, getting Cotton Weary, and they killed Liv Schreiber in the opening. That was a good one. It was downhill after that film, and then they just did that like in the fourth one. When was the last time you watched the fourth one?
I can't even remember the fourth one.
They just do a repeat. They do like it's like a bit meta. So it's like there's two people watching stab, and then it turns out one of them's a killer, kills them, but actually someone else is watching another stab, and then someone else gets killed, but then actually that turns out to be someone else watching another stab, and it goes on forever. It's kind of fun, a bit stupid, but I think maybe take one. I don't think it's going to obviously. I think there's going to be obviously an opener where someone's going to get killed straight away. Could it be David Arquette? I doubt it, but I think they'd have some balls to do it.
Yeah,
they would have some balls to do that.
I mean, the trailer's alluding to pretty much a carbon copy of the first screen with the telephone. And by the way, right, I seem to be the only one that has a problem with this. I'm not sure because I'm like a technophobe or whatever. But who has electronic locks in their house? What are they keeping in there? The Ark of the Covenant?
Yeah, that's a bit too much trying to force it in like modern. It's 2021. You know, everyone's got mobile phones now, and I get you've got to use those sorts of things, but yeah, who's got electric locks like that? Like,
I mean, I made the mistake of actually putting a comment on the YouTube trailer. And I've pretty much said that word for word, like, what are they keeping in there? The Ark of the Covenant, blah, blah, blah. And I got a few replies. And
they all got electric locks?
They have,
Is it a
yes.
big thing in America?
It must be, because I got one comment going, I was clearly joking. And then someone's put, a lot of people are getting smart locks. And that's it. I was like, all right then, whatever. And then I came back with the jokes, like, oh, they should have invested in some smarter locks. And,
of course you did. Of course you did.
And yeah, no one seems to have a sense of humor on in the comments section. Surprise, surprise.
Oh dear, oh dear. Another thing on the trailer, which was the beginning of that trailer that was I didn't really understand, or it seemed stupid, was she's texting someone called Amber, and then the person she's talking to, this Amber, says, "I'm not Amber," and it's like she's like terrified. It's just someone saying, "I'm not Amber." It could be Amber just saying it. "I'm not Amber," and she's just freaked out about it. And I was like, "All right, calm down."
I mean, if you message me that saying, "Oh, all right, Jordan, you're okay," so, "I'm not Jordan," I'd be like, exactly. "Oh Jesus, he's transitioning." I knew it.
There's a lot of very stupid, like, I don't know if it's just obvious and they've got to do these things as a plot device, but it just didn't. Maybe I'm just too cynical.
I think it definitely is. I think they're gonna try and start it all again for the younger generation and not the old school fans. But which is fair enough. But I mean, I went on IMDb today and I checked, because obviously Wes Craven's no longer with us. So it's two other guys, Matt Bettinelli Alpin and Tyler Gillett or Gillette.
What have they done?
The only thing they've done that I've seen of theirs is Ready or Not with Samara Weaving.
Horror film?
Yeah.
Like slasher film, is it?
Yeah, I really liked it. So like seeing that, I kind of went, oh, actually it could be quite good.
Yeah, I think I'm hoping like that I'm hoping that it might have a good thing going for it, that Wes Craven isn't doing this one. They might bring something different to the slasher that I'm hoping for. I mean, I'm saying this like there might not already be something different. I haven't watched any decent ones of late. It's kind of gone off them. I just stick to the classics now, like Halloween and Scream and that. Or maybe they'll bring something new to the table, and maybe there will be a bit of a red herring in the trailer. I hope so, because there's a lot of death shown in that, or looking like a lot of death shown in that trailer. But that's what people do now, isn't it? I don't know what they've done. Like, again, going back to our Gareth Gibson, I'm sure Gareth has seen more modern slasher films recently. But yeah, maybe Wes Craven not doing this one will help it. Someone who, because he might be emotionally attached to those characters as well, like David Arquette's character and like Dewey and all them. So maybe it takes someone from outside to go, nah, they're gone. They're gone. Yeah,
we can. And plus, like, not to rag on Wes too much, but I think was Scream the last good film he ever made.
I would say so. Yeah. Did he do number 2 as well? Number 2 is good. I think number 2 is good, but
it's all right.
Scream's an absolute classic. Like, a Scream is a stone cold classic. It pretty much ended the slasher genre, in a way. Like, because the whole film was based on like sort of outing all the slasher film tropes and what happens next, and don't run up the stairs and blah blah blah, and if you're a virgin, you're gonna live and all that sort of stuff. And once you've outed all that, what do you do? That's why obviously the second one and all that isn't as good, because it's like, well, you've already told us what's going to happen, and then sort of by doing the opposite of what you said is going to happen is kind of expected as well.
Yeah.
I'd like to see how they wedge in Jamie Kennedy in this one. I'm pretty sure he's popped up in every single one so far.
Yeah, he got killed off in Scream 2, didn't he? But then he got like a mad video cameo in Scream,
which I
3.
like. I liked it in the third one. Does he pop up in the fourth one as a bit like in the same thing?
Sure,
like a video.
Surely he didn't plan that far ahead.
Yeah,
I said, hey, you're still alive. I knew this has happened because it was the third movie. You're the star of it. So I knew this one.
Oh God.
Don't make me do The Mask 2, Sydney. It won't go well.
I'll go and see it. I will go and see it. Out of loyalty to the first one, I will go and see it. I did go and see the fourth one. That was absolutely horrific. They do if you're going to rank them, they do go in order of. So far, they do go in like chronological order. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, as far as I'm concerned. 3 was really bad though as well.
3 was
not watched that for a long time.
3 could have been really good actually, because it was set in Hollywood. It could have brought up because it was all about like it wasn't the third one. She goes to Hollywood to become an actress. Her mum tried to become an actress, but she got poorly treated and got in with some sort of sex cult.
I don't think Sydney goes there to be an actress. I think it just starts happening. I think because Cotton Weary gets killed at the beginning, and then it's all like, oh, what's going on here? It's all starting again, and then it turns out her mum had gone to Hollywood in the early 70s or something, or early 80s. Basically just got abused by Hollywood, which is quite topical now.
Yeah,
to be fair. Which was quite, to be fair,
ahead of its time.
I wonder if ahead of its time a little bit there. I wonder if Wes Craven knew something, like what was sort of giving us a nudge and sort of saying this sort of stuff happens, and it's going on now. But yeah, the whole stepbrother thing.
Yeah,
that's literally as much as you can do, other than one of the original characters being the killer. There's not much else to do other than.
Wasn't the fourth one a cousin?
Yeah, Emma Roberts just wanted to be famous. Just wanted to be famous for like, I don't know.
Again, could have been really topical with influencers and the TikTok, as I believe the kids call it.
Yeah, a little bit ahead of its time, I think, but that's like 10 years ago. Wow. That's been a long time.
But I think I very rarely go back to Scream or Scream 2. I'll never go back to the others. But I think the one thing that ruined it for me was Scary Movie.
I haven't watched Scary Movie for years. Absolutely years.
Because Scream was like a deconstruction of slasher films. And then you get a film spoofing the deconstruction of slasher films.
What have you got left?
There's nothing else to do. It's like, nah, just stop. But it's that almighty dollar that keeps the trainer rolling.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I go back to Scream probably not as often as I used to. When I first got it, that I got it off me. I got that cassette tape there off me nan for Christmas '97. It's an 18, so I was like,
thanks,
13.
Nan.
I was 13. That's what me nan used to get. We'll get you the video for Christmas. Just say which one you want to Scream. She didn't even question it. Probably doesn't even know what the 18 means. Just bought it for me. As soon as I got home, Christmas night, I watched it twice back to back. Oh, I was just like, what is this? This is the best thing I've heard. I didn't know who the killers were because people in school had been talking about it. I was like, fuck, that kind of ruined it for me. And the second one was out by then as well, but not on video. The second one was out in the cinemas the year after. So right. I knew the killers for the first two films before I'd seen the film.
See, the first time I saw it, I even knew a Scream. It was like posted everywhere, like in all the shops, like walking down Lord Street in the old HMV. It was just Scream post, like that VHS cover was the poster. And I just thought, I don't know what that is, because if you look at that cover, you're like, what's it about?
Yeah. Who is it? Is it Courtney Cox?
I always thought it was Drew Barrymore.
No, I don't think. Is it? I don't think that's Drew Barrymore.
It's probably Nev Campbell then, isn't it?
That doesn't look like Nev Campbell to me either. I don't know who that is. I've often wondered that. But anyway, yeah.
It's probably Wes Craven.
Yeah, so like I say, I will go and see it out of loyalty to the first two. I've got no hopes for it whatsoever, which is kind of probably going to be a benefit.
Yeah.
Saying that, I went to see number 4 with no hope, and I was still disappointed. I was still like, oh, for fuck's sake.
No, I mean, it has got something going for it with it being coming out these days and new directors. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to it one bit. The trailer didn't do anything for me. The only thing that did, you mentioned it before that I said that Matthew Lillard as Stu come back. He posted something, or he had an interview with someone saying he thinks that Stu's still alive, which led me to say, oh, it's probably Stu.
We actually said that, as he said that. I mean, obviously, I see that like if he said that, he'd be giving away. And if he said that and it's true, but even if he's made it out as a joke and it is true, that's a bit of a bad giveaway. That if he said that,
it is. And I was thinking on about it, and I think it'd be some bad retconning if he was to come back, because in any of not one of the films following the first Scream did anyone mention that Stu's body was missing. And you'd well, if he was to come back into it, if he was to still be alive,
there's an angle there to no one mentioned he was dead again, like,
but no one mentioned he was alive either. That's
true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'd take that. I would take it if that what happened. I'll go fair fucks. I'll have it. I'll watch this again. But I can't. That's a bit too. I think there's more chance of that happening than there would be one of the main 3 casts being the killer.
Yeah, I'll be happy if it's not one of Sydney's relatives again.
Yeah, like why would they be bothered?
Like they can't all be murderous psychos.
What if it's Patrick Dempsey again? Not again, but what if he comes back and he actually is the killer, like in the third one?
I forgot Patrick Dempsey was even in the third one.
Good old handsome Dempsey. Grey's Anatomy. It is Patrick Dempsey. That's his name, isn't it?
Yeah. Hang on, no. I'm pretty sure.
I think it is.
If it's Grey's Anatomy, it definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely is. I hate the fact that I know that.
He's a good-looking lad.
Oh, you know what? He is so hot right now.
That's probably what they said 20 years ago. So hot right now.
Was it the third one? Yeah, there he is. Patrick Dempsey. He's in it.
Patty Dempsey, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, we're not excited about Scream whatsoever. I think
not really. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm not excited, but I've just got, like I said, I've just got no positive expectations for it.
We are indifferent right now.
We're indifferent, yeah. I will go and see it if I can. I mean, I will make time for it, and I'll just roll with the punches.
Yeah, I think that's the best way. At least the Scream mask is back on like the
Well,
TV
I was
show.
going to say that before, actually. I think, off the top of my head, I can't think. It's probably the last like iconic horror mask. I wouldn't say character because I think that what's it called? The Babadook.
The Babadook.
The Babadook. That seems like it's become a bit of a favorite character in the horror world. But I think as in terms of like masks go, like Mike Myers mask and Friday the 13th and all that, Scream's probably the last iconic one, isn't it?
I think it's the one particularly for our generation anyway, because we were too young for Halloween. I mean, we got all the sequels growing up, but we weren't there for the for the beginning of that. So it's kind of not the same. But Scream was like, what? How old were we?
We would have been 11 when it first came out.
Bloody hell.
1996. So yeah, we'd have been 11. Or 12 by the time it came out. But I think, another reason why it's probably being made as well and why more will get made is because of that mask. Because of the way that mask looks and the whole, like, the way the killer's dressed. It's too good to, like, just leave it in the bin.
Yeah, it is so
And
iconic.
I imagine in probably like 12, 15 years' time, there's probably going to be another 4 Scream films. Like Scream 7, Scream in Space, or something like that. Whatever. I'd see that. I'll go and see that.
Ghostface versus Babadook.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Yeah. So what are your predictions for Scream? We keep calling it Scream 5, but it's actually just called Scream.
It's just called Scream, yeah. And they've made a poor use, like they haven't thrown the 5 in there as the number 5 as a letter. They did it with 4. They threw a 4 in there as the A, which worked. And I thought they'd do that with the 5, and they haven't done it with the 5. The only way you could do it though would be to put it at the front instead of the S, but then it'd just say Ream. It just looks a bit weird.
Cream.
Yeah. My predictions for this film, I think they'll bottle it, and Sidney Prescott lives to tell the tale. I think there's going to be, I think it's both fan service and brave to kill Dewey off. I think his number's up. I thought his number would be up in the last one, and I think they're going to correct that this time around. I think Dewey's going to bite the bullet. I think possibly Courtney Cox might go as well. What's her name again? Gale Weathers.
Yeah, great name, by the way.
He'd have to melt her though, wouldn't he? It'd have to be a melting job to kill us. I don't know how that works. There is someone on fire in the trailer, and maybe it's there.
What a way to go.
Well, she should have gone in the last one as well. Like, she gets stabbed, doesn't she, and makes out of it. That was a bit of a bottle job, I think.
Yeah. I
think they've maybe filmed I would imagine they've probably filmed everyone dying and everyone living, just to. That's what I would do, just in case, just to save any spoilers leaking. If you show Gale Weathers, if you film Gale Weathers getting killed and surviving, then rumors can go any way they want, can't they? But yeah, I think Dewey's going to go. I think Sidney will survive. 50-50 with Gale Weathers. I'll tell you, we haven't mentioned, and in the trailer, I just went straight away, it's him. The guy from The Boys, Quaid. What's his name?
Oh, Randy. No, not Randy Quaid. He's the son of Dennis, isn't he?
Dennis Quaid's son. What's his first name?
Jack.
Andrew. Jack Quaid. He's in the trailer, but not that much. And I just think he's just about the right level of popular at the moment. Not bigger than all the kids, all the teenagers in it. Not quite as big as them, but probably more current than the main 3. And I just thought he's a bit of a weird age, like old enough for the first films. Probably he's about the same age as us, I think, maybe a bit younger. I thought as soon as seeing him, I thought he's my prime. He's my number one to be the killer.
That's a good shout.
But it's too obvious, which is really annoying as well.
You see, I'm gonna go with as it's actually called Scream. I think they're gonna kill off all of the original members, all three of them.
Okay.
I think I'd be happy with that move. Just wipe the slate clean. Like not in the same way the Star Wars done with the original characters bit by bit. But I think one fell swoop.
Just get on with the new films.
Yeah.
Knock out about TikTok killers and Snapchat stabbers and
take them off the chessboard and go with it. If you're going to call the film Scream and not Scream 5, bringing in all these new characters and there's only 3 surviving characters left, make a big statement. Yeah. Get rid of them.
They've called it Scream, like you said. So maybe that is it. Maybe that is a sort of, we're starting again. It's a handing over of the torch. And they are going to kill them all off. I'll take that. If they kill them all off, fair play. But I've just got a feeling it'll be a bit of a bottle job and they'll keep Sydney alive and kill the other 2. I just feel it.
Like we said before, she is the Jamie Lee Curtis of this franchise. And knowing horror franchises, this one will be really bad and then they'll retcon it all and then do a redo this one and then just have 2 sequels like Halloween.
Yeah. Well, I was surprised that, like, what's the company that does the Halloween films? Looms. What's it called now? Production company. It's doing all the. It's on a good
Blumhouse.
Loomhouse or Blumhouse, whatever you call it. Surprised they never had anything to do with it because they are on a bit of a run of great modern, like, classic horror films. They've done a few, like, they've sort of brought some old classics back and sort of made them a bit more relevant again. I thought maybe they'll be behind. I thought they were behind this one until I seen the beginning. That's not got anything to do with it, but
I see that.
They might have been.
If I was to saw that name on the trailer, then it would have been like that for me because
yeah, definitely.
Just on the back of The Invisible Man.
What a film that is! What a film that was!
Oh my god!
I had nothing to do. I think during lockdown, just thought I'll watch that on for something to do, and I was like, "Mate, that was boss! What a film!"
Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, does everything. Gets straight to the point, and then just does everything that you would expect to happen. There's no like, why is she going there? Why is she doing that? It was literally like they just did everything as you would probably do. No one believes her. She's getting freaked out. I want a film. I might actually watch that after we finish this.
Yeah, I might do a double bill. Actually, watch that and Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon.
Don't watch that.
I love that film.
Don't want. Do you really?
Oh yeah. I'm under no illusions. It is shit, but I love it.
It's not for me, Jen. Yeah. So no, why don't you watch Scream? When was the last time you watched Scream?
Very long time ago. I think that the only time I've ever owned it was on VHS. I don't think I own it on DVD or Blu-ray. Definitely not Blu-ray.
I would get it. I think it's on Netflix. I think it's on Netflix. Give it a watch. It is good. It's really good, especially if you haven't seen it for a long time. I think you'll be surprised how good it is.
I was very similar to you when it came out on VHS. It was always on. Just absolutely obsessed with it. It's probably one of my top 10 films of all time, really.
All right, okay. Didn't see that coming.
No, in terms of just
what a twist that was.
Just in terms of like nostalgia, childhood films, and just the ones that really sucked you into to cinema. Scream was definitely one of them, and it's strange that it didn't go like, oh, horror. I love horror. It's just like, no, I love Scream. I didn't get really into horror until much later.
Yeah, I've never really been properly into horror films. Like, I say that I don't like the scary horror films. because they are scary. So if I don't want to watch them, it means they're good and I like them. Like the Blair Witch Project, that's absolutely terrifying. I seen it on the cinema and I thought, I'll never watch that again. And then we rented it when it first came out on video. And then I watched it again and I'm like, that's it. I'll never watch it again. And I haven't watched it again. It's been nearly 20 years. I'll never watch it. It was absolutely horrific. The Exorcist, I've only watched that maybe twice.
Oh,
because it's so good. I just don't like a face. It just fucking freaks me out. I can't bear with it. Oh, remember when you used to go to Virgin or HMV and they'd have all the posters in a little frame and you could flick through them dead quick and see which one you wanted. And you get to that bit and it'd just be air stood there smiling. It used to fucking freak me out. That just thinking about it now. Yeah, I'm out of there. I am out of there. Clean up on aisle 4. Oh, honestly, God, disgusting. I've never seen Paranormal Activity. You won't get me watching them. No chance.
Oh, I went to see that on me Todd because no one else would go with me, and I walked out and then all of a sudden like just loads of fog, like really thick fog, and I was like, this is weird. Hey,
what happened then?
Ghosts. But yeah, I just remember being really tense during that. You're on your own and you're gripping the arms of the seat and you're like, oh, fucking hell, this ends. I need to breathe. But I've watched it again since and I've gone, nah, it's not that good.
No, not for me. Well, I'll never know. As far as I'm concerned, that's terrifying and I won't watch it. And ones like Devil, Conjuring and all that, won't watch them. Not for me. Not for me. Not for me.
Fair enough. I think you're missing out with the first Conjuring though. But
I'll never know. I probably am missing out, but we'll never know because I'm not going to fucking watch it.
Well, on that note, we'll leave it there. I think we covered everything on Scream 5 or just Scream. So yeah, that is a pod. Thank you very much, Jordan, for joining me. And
not a problem. Anytime. Well, not anytime, but
I was going to say, yeah, anytime. Anytime. But yeah, thank you again for coming on, and thank you to who has watched this.
What?
Who's watched this? If you're watching this, thank you. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to know more about Jordan. I'll put links in the comments links in the comments section below. And
he's fucked it.
Yeah,
he's fucked it.
Yeah. So yeah, adios.
Thanks for having me, Daniel. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, you are always welcome, dear.
Gibbs getting this, by the way. Gareth. This is for Gareth Gibson. I've said I haven't got a VHS player anymore, so.
Oh, he does VHS, doesn't he?
I found he's a big nerd, isn't he, like that? So I've said he can have it. Sure, he's probably already got it, but
he's getting lots of free gear in because he collects laser disc as well, and he's getting a laser disc of Jurassic Park that I've got.
I bet he's watching a horror film right now. I bet he is right now
with his pants off.
Yeah.
The only way to watch a horror film. Anyway, we're out of here.
Okay.